Hello, everybody. Welcome to Joe the Lawyer. I've got a good one for you today. The title of this article from dailymail.com, I run the county. Moment Florida County Commissioner tells off trooper who pulled him over for speeding at 92 miles per hour in 7 mile per hour zone in his bright red Ferrari. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Joe the Lawyer. I'm your host, Joe Pometto, a practicing attorney in Pittsburgh, PA. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It's a free way to support the show. Also, check out my Instagram to get updates on my law firm. That's what I do during the day. I'm a trial attorney. I'm in court almost every day, and I'm running a law firm. If you want to check out my updates, see images and case results, go ahead and find my Instagram. Before we jump into this juicy, hilarious, and interesting article, raise your cup, your glass in the air. Let's do the same time sip. I got here a Coke Zero. You guys all know I love artificial sweeteners. So raise your cup, your glass in the air. Cheers with me. It tastes better when we sip together. Also, let me know if the sound quality of my videos have improved. I'm using a microphone now, as you can see. Joe Mullins, Flagler County Commission chairman, was pulled over for speeding for the second time in June. Mullins was going 92 in his red Ferrari when a highway patrol officer pulled him over on Interstate 95. I joke around about Interstate 95. Now, those of you may not know, I lived in Florida for a little bit over a year when I was in the military. My mother lives in Florida. I've traveled through Florida extensively. It is probably the state that I've spent the most time in other than Pennsylvania. Interstate 95 is the road of death. Interstate 95 is quite scary, especially in Florida. There's a section of it that feels like it has 10 lanes and people fly. I get nervous when my mother, who's a little bit older, drives on that highway. I run the county, so I know how that works, Mullins told the officer, attempting to explain to him the details about his citation. We're going to watch the video in a second here. Police footage captures the moment a Florida county official was pulled over in June for speeding in his Ferrari while attempting to slyly get out of the ticket by stating, I run the county. Flagler County Commission Chairman Joe Mullins was spotted being pulled over for speeding in his red Ferrari for what appeared to be the second time, Fox 29 reported. The police car dash cam captured the moments when the officer pulled him over on Interstate 95, including the moment he interrupted the officer to make his professional title known. The footage shows the unknown officer following Mullins for 20 seconds until the chairman abruptly pulls over. The audio from the video was slightly muffled as the highway traffic in the background continued. I didn't realize, Mullins can be heard saying as the officer explained he was traveling at 92 miles per hour. Let me see if I can do an increase. Oh, whoop, nope. Took the whole screen. Let's not do that. Back to Joe the Lawyer. All right, let's watch the full video.
What if the person you're meant to spend your future with is from...
Right after this terrific ad from Amazon Prime. Does Amazon, do they run the world yet? Because they certainly appear to. All right, this is the dash cam. It looks like this is probably when the officer is tailing him. The red Ferrari's not really in view quite yet. Now we're getting there. This guy can afford a red Ferrari on a county commissioner salary. Good for him. Holy heck.
So 92 miles an hour is 22 over speed limit, okay? Normally I get warnings, I get breaks, but it looks like you've been written a warning already, so I do issue the citation. With that being said, it's going to be payable within 30 days. 3 ways to take care of it. I'm sorry? You're from the county? Okay, sorry. I just have to explain here, I don't want any miscommunications, I just have to explain, okay?
I'll tell you, the only part I didn't like about that transaction is the way he sped off, sort of like a jag off at the end there. And you could see the officer look back and like, he's lucky that officer didn't jump back in the car and pull him over and cite him a second time. I don't think that this guy was like trying to pull rank there. I think he was just saying, I know how this works. I'm the county commissioner. Name dropping his title, but I don't think he was trying to pull rank. I really don't. Here's Mr. Mullins. This is the county commissioner. The pair can be briefly heard talking over the ongoing traffic as the officer asked Mullins for his license and registration. The officer then traveled back to his car to process Mullins' information before returning to the Ferrari 5 minutes later. So 92 miles an hour is 22 over the speed limit, okay? The officer explained. Normally I give warnings. I give breaks, but it looks like you've been written a warning already, so I do issue the citation. With that being said, it's going to be payable within 30 days. The officer proceeded to explain the citation to Mullins until he was interrupted. I'm sorry, the officer said. Mullins had answered, I run the county, so I know how that works. Yeah, I mean, he's sort of name dropping there, but he wasn't like, hey, dude, like, let me off because I'm the county commissioner. I'm not going to give this guy that rap. I'm sorry, the officer said. Mullins then answered, I run the county. I know how that works. The officer responded, uncertain of Mullins' profession. You run the county. Mullins answered, yes, I'm the chairman of the county commission. The officer responded, disregarding Mullins' status. I just have to explain this. I don't want any miscommunication. Good on the officer. The law needs to apply to each and every person. The lie. Boy, somebody can take that one and run. The officer continued to explain the citation to the commissioner before he sped off into traffic. Mullins is a Republican running for re-election in Flagler County. I don't know where Flagler is. The commissioner prides himself in supporting law enforcement as a part of his campaign, according to FlaglerLive.com. I don't think he really flaunted himself too badly here. The only thing I would say is, he kind of sped off there like a jag. Wouldn't you agree? Tell me what you think. So 92 is 22 over. What are the penalties for speeding in Florida? Well, let's hop over to the Murphy Law Group to take a look. This is the greatest, this is the best part about attorney websites is they usually give you pretty good descriptions of what the law is. So 22 over, $281 for 20 to 29 miles per hour over the speed limit. Then, if you receive a ticket for more than 30, you must appear in court. That's interesting. That is not the case in Pennsylvania. You could pay a 30 over, but they're going to suspend your license. Like, there's consequences, but you don't have to appear in court. Driving record points. All speeding ticket convictions carry 3 driver's license points in Florida. You will receive a license suspension for 30 days if you get 12 points in a 12-month period. 18 points in an 18-month will result in a 3-month license suspension. If you receive 24 points in 36 months, the suspension period extends to a year. Very interesting. They also have a hardship license if you're suspended and you need to drive to work or things like that. Now, that's interesting. Pennsylvania is progressive, so the higher the speed, the more points you get, and it's actually a shorter period of time. You get 3 points in Florida. You receive a suspension if you get 12. That's 4-point carrying offenses, so you would need to get 4 speeding tickets. In Pennsylvania, depending on your speed, you could be over the points limit after just 2 tickets. So I would have to say, after reading this, that Florida is a little more permissive when it comes to speeding than it is in Pennsylvania, though it appears the fines are a bit higher because court costs rack up in Pennsylvania courts, but the fines are actually a little bit lower. So lower fines in Pennsylvania, but it's quicker to get to the points limit, whereas Florida has higher fines and a bit more leniency when it comes to points. Now, let's hop back over to this. We all watched this video, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with Florida. You can see here, okay, this is a stretch of I-95. It appears to be 3 lanes on one side. Boy, this is a tame stretch of I-95. I'm sure we all know I-95. It wraps up around Washington, D.C., runs up and down the East Coast, down to Florida. There are portions of I-95 that are straight up scary. Like when you're getting near Miami, woo, where's Flagler County? I just don't know, everybody. Let me take a look here. Flagler County, Florida. I'm curious exactly where it is. See, oh, it's up north. That makes a lot of sense. Let's jump over to here. Yeah, that makes sense. It's up here, Flagler County. That's the more tame part of Florida, right? The part that I'm talking about, and this is, you can see I-95. I don't think you can see my cursor, but I-95, if you look up at museums up in the top right, and then run this road down past Savannah through Jacksonville, St. Augustine, that's a long road. That's a bad mamma jamma. Runs all the way up to Washington, D.C. But down here, this is where the insanity ensues. When you get down here, and this portion of I-95 is nuts. And I've driven on it many, many times. But if you ask me, and it's no coincidence, in a very sad and tragic accident, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins was killed in an accident on I-95. He was outside of his vehicle. And when I heard about that, I thought, man, extremely tragic. But to me, this is the most dangerous road in America. It's one of the most dangerous roads in America. I-95 is insane. I got a speeding ticket once in Florida. I was wearing my military uniform. I was driving from my base, and the officer, he gave me a ticket. He recognized I was military, but still gave me a ticket. Now, since I've been an attorney, I've twice been pulled over, and I got tickets for 5 over instead of, I was doing like 10 or 15 over. I actually did get officers to give me some leniency because I told them I was an attorney and I was driving to court and I had my suit on, and that was all completely true. I didn't ask for any leniency. They just gave it to me. They were just like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "I'm going to court, man. I'm sorry I was speeding." And they're like, "You know what? I'm going to cut you a break." And I said, "Okay." But I didn't try to pull rank or anything like that, and this guy, I don't think he did. He was kind of a jag, like real short. He's like, "Oh," he could have been nicer about the transaction, more talkative, which this officer is obviously doing his job. The way he drove off at the end there, if anything, that was the rudest part. So just an interesting little transaction. Not as bad as some we've seen where government officials really do try to pull rank, like especially when they have DUIs and they get pulled over. It is freaking hilarious. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Joe Pometto, Joe the Lawyer. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, share. If you want updates on my law firm, law practice, this also helps support me. Check out my Instagram. The link is in the description below. Have a great day and stay away from I-95.